cleric in a very high level. Does he like a swarm host as well?
Yes, but not as much as Stefano.
Okay. Well, maybe we do have some form of Stefano Jr. or something. So I'll ask you again, will you introduce the players of this match?
Yeah, it should be easy. I start with the bottom. In the bottom we have HOA, Kilo. And in the top we have Russian Universe of Warhammer, CM Motak, or Otak.
Okay. I'm curious to see what we will have this game. Any strategies you know that Kilu loves to incorporate in this match?
I don't think so. He always surprises us. So he
Okay.
sometimes plays standard. He sometimes plays roach holding. So
Okay.
it's up to his mindset.
Okay. Do you think he has any special strategy just for the situation that this would occur? That there would be a
7 roach push, maybe.
7 roach push? It might catch him off guard. It happens to the best Terrans, I guess. So if he can deny the scouting, it will be amazing if he can pull that off. But I'm really curious.
7 roach push, I mean like at 7 minutes, like 8 to 9 roaches.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I know what it is, but usually when the Terran player is caught off guard, it will definitely work, especially when there are not sufficient bunkers in place. But so far he's just going for that greedy play, getting that hatchery down first, which I always really like as a Zerg playing versus Terran, because there's not really a reason not to get that hatchery down first, unless there is a 2 Rex coming your way.
Yeah, also, the roach strategy should do a lot of damage too, because Motak is going for a Reaper opening and he can't even do anything about the roaches, even with Hellions if he decides to go for that.
Exactly. The Reaper is coming out. It's a great map for Reapers actually, to get those. Yeah,
I
to
think
have
he
them.
will go for only 2 because of the hard lag for him.
Yeah, it's very difficult to micro them around. So yeah, 2 is a very standard number to see actually. So let's see how much he will commit to that. If it is the case that Kilu is going for that roach style, going for a high number of Reapers will definitely weaken him when that push hits his main base. But the Reaper is making its way across the map, and it's being scouted out by the Overlord just yet. I was just a little bit too late to show it, but I believe it was in vision. The Queen is just starting, and the gas was already taken, so there will be quite quick Zergling speed, but not just yet. Not losing a single unit just yet. Getting a first Zergling is always very nice. But most master players don't really lose a lot. Most master players don't lose a whole lot against those Reapers when they're microed correctly.
Yeah.
Now the Queens are out, and they will definitely be helpful in zoning out this Reaper as well.
And we see only 2 Reapers out on the map, and a factory is coming up. Should swap the bunker, reactor, and the barracks.
Yes, and we do see a very early 3rd command center actually. It's being put down in the main base, and he's going for the very economical option of the builds. And the Reapers are just making its way back home, not sticking around in the main base much longer, because he knows that Zergling speed is almost done.
If Kilo would have decided that he is going for that roach pusher we talked about, then he could have win the game pretty easily. But he should have started the roach warren like a minute ago.
Yes, but he is making quite a lot of Zerglings as well. Do you think they're only going to be defensive, or will he go into offense with them as well?
I think the best defense is offense, so it should be offense.
Yes, he can use that Overlord to see that there's no wall off just yet. He did not even start a bunker on the low ground at all, so he might at least force the liftoff of that command center.
But I like to go up to like 22 or even to 30 links to almost kill the Terran or just cripple.
Yes, but Kilu is already going for that 3rd base on the left side of the map as well. So he's also playing it quite economically.
It's
Now the
like
links.
just keeping the Terran on their toes. Like when you switch your car to like really low gear and follow the people to the market, it's just like that.
Exactly.
Or you go in the gift shop and you ask for your gift. Surprises them.
The Overlord is also moving in the meanwhile, spotting everything that is going on in the main base, even spotting the extra barracks that are under production. He did not spot the double engineering bay, but it's at the front of the base. So, well, the Overlord will definitely spot it, but it only sees one. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this when I see Terran players do it. Yes, you do have your wall off going quite quickly, but in case of some form of bailing bust, it might be very devastating to your buildings.
And sometimes the upgrade wins the game. Even in
Exactly.
PvZ.
Exactly. And when, for example, that 2-2 is almost done and those buildings get sniped, it's very painful. But the Hellions and Reapers are making it across the map. There are some Queens here to defend, but there's also a lot of drones here. Already getting a very nice volley off. 3 workers went down in that one shot.
I think this will be a 10 minutes team timing push.
Most likely the Stimpack is finishing up. He's producing a lot of Marines, and the Medevacs are making its way out of those starports quite rapidly as well. The upgrades are also a little bit ahead for Motok in this part of the game. So let's see if he can keep that upgrade lead he has going for him, or if he will lose them when he waits to start his +2.
I am your
don't like
father.
his position because he doesn't know where the Terran player's expansion at.
Exactly, and I see that we do have Brain Eaters as a new follower. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. But let's get back into this game. Also, Kilu is taking that bottom left expansion, it seems like. He's working on the rocks with those Zerglings. That will definitely... It's very nice if the Zerg player has the time to kill off those rocks to get the expansion in that location instead of that right side location as well.
Yeah, but the distractible ice thing at the natural, it will be a lot of pain in the ass to deal with when the Terran player wants to drop. And this push is kinda like a snowball into...
Oh, there are Banelings in position. Nice lift off just in time, making it out of there. That looked quite scary for Kilu for a little bit, but he did not lose a whole lot. He kept his queens alive.
He's kinda ahead, and he snipes some SCVs. That's really good.
Oh,
really
nice
good
run by into that third base location as well. Evening
but
up
he loses all of his Zerglings.
Well, some make it out alive, but he killed 11 SCVs. And I would say that it's definitely worth it for a few Zerglings.
Yeah, and the upgrades are lined up totally. Spire Tech is coming up for Hilo, and he should take a... Oh, he's taking the fleet base. And he even has a macro hatchery, so this is a really good match for him so far.
And exactly, another mule snipe into that third base location. That's always very nice.
He should do a run by at the natural too, while he is doing this thing.
Yes, but you have to be very careful with that, not to lose all your links for completely nothing, because if the lift comes in time and you're completely trapped, then it's kind of a waste of your units. And the Overlord that was in position to spot what is happening at the front of that base is also was also killed off.
This will be a lot of damage.
Yes, there are Banelings in position. They do have speed. Widow Mines are burrowing. Let's see what kind of shots they get off. A beautiful shot on many of those Zerglings. It looks like those units are getting surrounded. This is going to be enough for the Terran players. Still some Zerglings are alive, but the Medevacs do heal those units quite well as well. And it seems that Motok is hanging on in this game so far. Now that fourth base is also established at this time. Getting the gases up and getting those extra gas will definitely help him in the Mutalisk production, in getting enough Banelings to defend against any pushes coming his way. But there's no way that Motok can be aggressive in this position that he has.
Sorry, first I have to type something to my friend.
Okay. So a lot of medevacs are on the map, but oh, and there's actually a drop coming into the main base as well. There's nothing here to defend really, so let's see how much damage this can do. No spine crawlers, no spore crawlers to defend against this. And at the same time, he is pushing across the middle. He sends some of his zerglings. Oh, and he gets out of there. Still pushing into that third base location. Banelings are rolling in, getting some very nice connections as well.
And the Zerg player is kinda ahead from this point, because he is now on 4 bases, and he should take a 5th pretty soon.
Exactly. Oh, the Mutalisk
And
completely
the
missed
Mutalist
those.
count is climbing really high.
Yes, he's having 8 more in production, and they are chasing that medevac. That will get lost immediately. And looking from the view, he did spot that there is a base on the bottom left hand, on bottom left of this corner. So he knows that he's on 4 bases. He's trying to get some damage done with these marine hit squads. And he does get a queen. That's very nice. And he lifts up and gets off that creep as soon as possible.
Oh my god, that was a really good hit for the Widow Mines.
Yes, it could have been a lot
Second
worse
one.
though. Oh, and killing banelings, using banelings to kill a widow mines, that's not the best that can happen to you. But there
Well,
are...
maybe if they are clumped up a little bit.
No,
Like
we-
3 Banings were to kill like 4 or 3 Widow Mines perfectly.
Exactly. Another drop is moving its way across the right hand side of the map, but it's being spotted by overlords immediately. And the Mutaflock is at the left hand side, trying to get some damage done on the third base location.
And
Sniping.
Sniping will be the main too.
Yes, it did snipe the that missile turrets in that mineral line, but didn't get a whole lot more done than that. But +3 is on the way for Motok, and he will definitely have a window to get some damage done as well.
Also, Kilo is still on Vertex, so and not even close to go for a hive.
So that window will be quite big. A drop in the main base. It's not being microed at this time. His focus is completely on the center of the map, clearing out the creep from that plateau. And the Mutalisks are just being annoying at that third base location.
It maybe even killed the... not. It almost killed the orbital command too. But sure, they will clean up the SCVs and this new outcome, the Marine Force.
Oh, all the Banelings just got taken out in the middle of the map with that by those widow mines. This army
But
almost like
force from Motak is cleaned up too. And
yes,
the player is kinda ahead in supply.
yes, he's
Also
climbing ahead. The
workers.
Mutalisks are on the production facilities, which means that Motok cannot produce efficiently. This might just become the end of Motok in this clan war. It looks like Kilau is going to bring it back. Let's see if that will happen with this push or the next one. Marines are reinforcing, and Lynx are making its way onto the third base. There's a GG. Kilo taking a map back for the Heralds of Apocalypse.
Yes. So it's 3-2.
Yes, still behind, but it is only 1 point difference at this time. Some excellent play by Kilus. That was amazing to watch. And having that fourth base up so incredibly